Live from Beit Shemesh and broadcasted around the world, you are listening to the Frum Entrepreneur Podcast with your host, Menachem Toker. Interviews and advice from Jewish entrepreneurs from around the world. Listen, learn, be Matzliach.
Welcome to episode 23 of the Frum Entrepreneur. Another great story for everybody today. I'm so interested in this. It's an interview with Yossi Chen from Gracian, as we'll hear. He creates handmade suits for his customers, and it's just a fantastic story. I'm looking forward to this. First, I'm actually getting to meet with him, and I first heard from him from Hillel Fuld, who let me know about him, and very excited to hear his story. So without further ado, Yossi, welcome to the show.
Thank you very much. Very excited to tell the story.
Excellent. I mean, it's, it comes to, unique companies, unique business ideas. The idea itself may not be unique, custom suits, but what you bring to the table, where you're creating every suit is like a new creation. It's a new painting. It's a new work of art. So why don't you tell us a little bit about your company and what you do?
Okay. So the name of the company is Gracian. The name comes from, in fact, the origins of my family name, which is Chen in Hebrew. And the Spanish origins of the family is Gracian, which is Chen for Spanish. Also,
interesting.
Also, the label is part of the family origins from old documents that I found with my family. So this is with the advice of my wife. This is became the name of the company, and this is about the name.
That's incredible. I mean, when you're talking about branding and having a story about you, I mean, you're using a family emblem as your logo. You're using your family name, your history. I think that's fantastic from a branding standpoint. And the name fits perfectly with what you're doing. So why don't you tell us more, like what is it you do specifically?
Okay, so what we do is custom-made clothing. This is a service that is become more and more common throughout the world lately because of the strong demand from the customers to have personalization. In other words, people look for more personalized things to buy in anything. In my opinion, and also in clothing. So that's why this industry is growing. And so we do custom-made clothing for men and women. And our products are for men, suits, pants, shirts, overcoats. And for women, we have skirts, trousers, blouses, and also suits, jackets. And every item we sell is customized for the demands of the customer. The customer chooses fabric, style, design. We have our fabric collections, lining collections, button collections. Everything is customized according to the customer specifications.
Amazing. So I want to get into details about that. Before we do, though, let's backtrack a little bit. Let's talk about your history, where you came from, where do you live now? Then we'll dig in deeper because I'd love to hear more. So where were you born?
I was born in Israel, grew up in Kfar Chabad. It's I'm sure people know where Kfar Chabad is.
Sure.
And then I went to school, yeshiva, Chabad yeshiva. And at a certain point, I went to army service, and that was after going to college, the Machon Lev, JCT.
I went to Machon Lev. Okay,
yeah.
Awesome.
So I did some kind of atuda, and then I joined the army, and I spent almost 9 years in the army. Started as
9 years?
Yes, 9 years.
It's a long time to make a uniform.
Right. So I started as a paramedic, and then I became an officer, and I went through a few positions, different places in the army, all related to operational medicine.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Because now you're a tailor.
Right.
So it's like, okay, so we're gonna have to get to that. Okay, so you're in the army. Well, first of all, before the army, you said you went to Machon Lev.
Yeah.
So you were purposely, like, you wanted to study technology? Were you a technology person? And like, how did you end up going into medicine in the army? And then, we'll get to tailoring in the, post-army service.
Yeah, I think that things I did doesn't necessarily have strong relation to one another, but Machon Lev has technology orientation. And like I will tell you later that my business is very, very much based on technology.
That's interesting.
It's only possible because of advanced technology, fast express shipping, but mostly technology. Computer system, we have computer system that make the customer pattern and then sending the pattern to the factory, to the cutting machine. So basically, it is very much based on technology.
So, I mean, you needed that technology background. It definitely comes in to help in your business today, is what you're saying.
Yes, definitely.
Interesting. Okay, so you did the Army, you were a medic, then you finished after 9 years.
Yeah.
Were you interested in fashion design, in tailoring before you left the Army? Like, when did that happen?
I can say that I always had the will to dress nicely. I think like many people I had difficulty in buying the right clothes, in have the right fit, and
I may be one of those people.
Okay, but how did I get to that? So back about 4 or more years ago, I met a friend of mine who had a company in America who also doing tailor-made clothing. Not only, they also have some chains of stores, but when I heard about the service that a person can get the right clothing with his choice of fabric, with his choice of style and design of the garment, it sounded amazing to me. And I really, really liked the idea. And so I started looking into it.
Okay, so this is post-Army, 4 years ago.
Yeah.
And so you're just looking, so you looked at the business aspect of it and said, hey, that's something really interesting. It's something that appeals to me, and it's something that you know would appeal to others. Now, your friend was in America, but you're doing this from Israel, correct?
Correct. This is a very important point because in America, for sure, also in Europe, this service is very common, and it's people know what it is. People tailor suits. People they know about this. In Israel, it's basically creating a market really from nothing. Mm-hmm. Because I think there are some similar services in Israel, but not exactly like this. So from what I understand, I can say that I creating a market.
You're pioneering the market.
From what I understand, yes.
Okay, so how do you even start? Like, I mean, I assume that there's certain skills that comes to manufacturing and putting together a suit or a shirt. So why don't you walk us through the process? First of all, today, how many employees do you have today?
Today, it's me, another person who is focusing on sales, and another woman who is doing woman products, woman clothing.
Right.
So altogether, we are 3 now.
3 and plus computer technology. So walk us through the steps. I want a suit. I say, hey, Yossi, I heard you make awesome suits. How do we do this?
So I come to you and...
Great.
Yes.
What time can you be here? Can you get done by Rosh Hashanah?
Rosh Hashanah, no. Can't be.
No. I see. Come to Bibi Shemesh. So first of all, you did the service only for people in Israel.
People in Israel. I have also customers in America, Canada, people who were in Israel. I met them here, and then we shipped them the products anywhere they are.
It's interesting. So if tourists are coming over here, they can meet with you. You'll take all the sizes and stuff, and then you'll send them the stuff in America, back in America.
Yes, I also have some customers in Europe, and if there are 1, 2, 3 customers together willing to make an order, I go to them as well.
Oh, you'll fly to Europe even?
Yes.
Excellent. Interesting. Okay, so back to me. So you come to my house, you say,
yeah.
Hey, Nachum.
Right.
I say, I want a suit.
Mm-hmm.
What do we do?
So I take measurements, body measurements, or if you have a garment, a jacket, pants, shirt that you like very much the cut, we can copy the exact cut of that garment. That as far as measurements. And after that,
But measurements is done with regular tape measures, or there's a specific computerized type thing?
Yes. As far as I know, and I checked and I saw some advanced technology or some kind of body scanners. Mm-hmm. From what I understand, the technology of body scanners is not there yet. The most correct measurements taking done with simple measuring tape.
Okay, interesting.
Yeah.
Okay, so you take my measurements, you write them all down, and I guess that's from head to toe,
Yes.
so to speak.
Right.
And then what?
And then we go over the details of the order. I ask you, I'm trying to understand from you what is that you need, what kind of clothing you need. And then we go through the order, the fabric choice, the different details of design, pockets. For example, men's jacket. We have a lot of styles for anything that's in the garment. Pocket style, button styles, single.
So how does that work? I mean, do you bring, is it a computer? Do you bring a book of materials?
Yeah. You actually touch the fabric, you feel it, you see it, and you can choose fabric according to the fabric weight, the fabric pattern, the fabric color.
And I can choose my own buttons, my own button color, the material of the button.
Yes, you see the buttons, the button collection yourself. You can match button to a fabric. You can match a lining to a fabric. You can match even pocket square, that built-in pocket square in the jacket. Some detail of decorations, many more details of decoration, buttonhole colors, etc.
So you have your own suggestions. You could show me other things that people have done, and I could basically build my own suit from scratch. Any type of details that I want, you can do.
Exactly. Even if you see a jacket somewhere in over the internet that you like, you can show me the picture, and we can basically create a similar style, similar fabric.
Okay, great. So I choose fabric for me. I choose my color. You have my sizes. We go over how we want the suit to look, and then what? What do we do from there?
And then we process the order, and it takes about 18 business days.
Okay.
Which is between 3 to 4 weeks, and then you get your order.
Well, I'm saying, okay, so but in those, what happens during those 3 to 4 weeks?
Yeah,
you order the material. Where's the suit put together? Do you put the suit together? Do you have tailors that work for you in Israel? And where's the magic happening?
We create the pattern here in our system. Then,
so I can get a unique pattern that no one else has.
You do. Basically, what we do is, according to your body measurement, we create a pattern. We create a pattern for the cutting machine in the factory. From our system, the order is sent.
People usually think when they hear pattern, they think design, but we're not talking about design pattern. We're talking about the actual sizing and cutting of the material.
Exactly. Pattern means the relations of the garment. Basically, when I take body measurement, chest size, stomach size, and waist size, then that's how we create the pattern.
Right.
Exactly according to your natural measurements, natural fit.
Okay, so do you cut the material? So I'm saying, but the material you have in stock, or do you have to order it from Italy? Like, how do you, I want this black and I want this design, and where do you?
You'll want to know all the secret of the industry.
No. Anything that's secret, I definitely don't want. But whatever you can share.
Yeah, I can say that the pattern making part is being done in our system, and our system know how to send the specific order straight to the factory, to the cutting machine. We have production in China and production in Europe that they differ mostly for the origins of the fabric.
Okay.
Yeah.
So then you send the size, you send the material, you send exactly what you want to manufacturing in either Europe or China. They'll cut it, they'll put it all together, they'll send it back to you in Israel.
Yes.
And then what happens?
And then I come over to you. We make one fitting. For example, if you go to a tailor, to a private tailor that will make the suit for you from scratch, you will have to come to him probably 3 or 4 times. In between, you get it. By us, we do one fitting. I can say based on the past 3 years that more than 95% of the time, we don't need more than one fitting. If we need the fine-tuning alterations, we do them here in Israel. We have very professional tailor in Israel who take care of the alterations if needed. So you get your product in a great fit. Yeah.
So what do you do just in terms of shatnez? How does that work?
So we have our shatnez professional in Yerushalayim. His name is Yaakov from Mishmeret Natan. That's the organization.
Okay.
And so our products come from factories that very, very much aware of shatnez, and they know about it, and they know that they're not supposed to involve any shatnez. But we don't trust that. We check our suits here in Israel, so you know that you get your suit free of shatnez.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
All right, this is exciting stuff. So I saw from the picture of Hillel Fuld suit. First of all, I had very cool lining, so I guess you could choose whatever lining you want. But you also put in his Twitter handle on the inside jacket pocket.
Yes.
Was that something that was done overseas? Or that was something that you did here? And can anybody do that? Or is this just like special for Hillel?
No. Every customer gets his suit with our label and customer name inside the label. You spell your name, and you're gonna get it written down.
That's very cool. So let's just talk. It sounds like a very expensive process. They're very expensive. Like, how much does the average suit cost? How much does the average shirt cost?
Okay, our suit start from $150, which is about 2,700 shekel,
right,
for 2 pieces suit, and they go up according to fabric choice. We have our basic fabric collection that are suitable for everyday, for anything that you need. And then we have more collections of fabric, luxury fabrics. We buy directly from a few very, very big, famous Italian fabric makers like Ceruti, Italy, Loro Piana, Italy, Zegna. We buy from them fabric for you.
So we're getting top of the line Italian fabrics.
Yes, we have the collection. You can see the fabric, and once you choose the fabric, we get it specially for you.
And what are some of the luxury fabrics that you're talking about? What are the in-style fabrics that are luxury fabrics that people are buying today? I assume general suits are made from wool.
Yes, I want to say that all of our fabric collections, starting from the basic collection, which is already in a very high standard, all made only of natural fiber. In other words, cotton, wool.
No polyester.
No synthetic fabric at all.
Wow. Yeah. So what's like a luxury material?
For example, we have the seasonal collection from Zegna, Italy. It's called the Anteprima collection. It comes out twice a year, summer and winter, and they have fabulous fabrics. They specialize in silk and in silk combinations, wool silk, for example, and they have beautiful patterns, all colors. This is, I think, one of our nicest collection, the Zegna Anteprima collection. You can find their heavy silk fabric to make a coat for the winter, and you can find very, very lightweight with a beautiful patterns to make a sport jacket, summer jackets. Very nice.
Do you do custom bekashas?
We do. I do a lot of the kapota. The kapota becomes very common today. I'm talking about the Lubavitch kapota. That I think I see many more people, not only Lubavitch. I think the Lubavitch Rebbe started wearing the kapota. I don't know, about 50 or 60 years ago. So it became the symbol of Chabad. But today I see many more people wearing a kapota. The one character of the kapota, you can identify it, is that it has long vent in the back. The origin of this garment, they used to call it the Prince Albert riding jacket because because it has a long vent in the back to get easily on a horse. So that's where it comes from. So we make a lot of kapotas.
But the big Rebbe bekashas with the crazy patterns and stuff, that you haven't done.
I made once the typical Yerushalmi coat.
Right.
And it's nice. I mean, it's not very price competitive with what there's in the market for those coats. Right. But we can do that.
Beautiful. First of all, do you have any well-known clients that you've worked with? Have you done any suits for Netanyahu or?
Netanyahu is my neighbor, and
is he really?
Bezrat Hashem will get to him. But I work with 3-4 top Israeli law firms. For example, Weinroth in Tel Aviv.
Right.
Yaakov Weinroth is a customer of us. And we have also Goldfarb Seligman law firm. We have Menachem Toker, if you know, a customer. Mendy Jerufi, I'm sure you know. Yes, and more to
Hillel
more to
Fuld.
come.
Very cool. Very awesome. Okay, so this is really great stuff. So you said you're like a 3-man team now. Are you happy where you are? What are the plans for the future? Like if you want to expand this, are you looking to expand? Are you just like happy with what you're doing?
Happy, yes. Looking for more, for sure. I want to hire in the short term. What I will want to do is to hire, I would say, about 3 more salespeople to focus on sales, and
Right.
this is in the short term, and also to expand and to go into women products. By the way, our women products are very suitable for the Haredi woman, because they are all conservative, classic, tzniusdik clothing. So
Awesome.
they match very much the requirements of the religious Haredi woman, especially
Right.
in our times where what the market has to offer usually don't match those requirements.
Right. That is true.
And
That is true.
in the long
So,
term,
yeah.
my dream is to develop production in Israel. This is really my dream. It's a dream, but it's already on the process.
That's cool.
The Israeli textile industry hardly exists today.
Yeah, I know. I was in the apparel industry for a couple of years recently, and I ended up manufacturing in China, which was an incredible nightmare. Like you can't believe. And I wanted to do it in Israel, and I tried doing it in Israel, but there really was nobody to work with here. I went to one company, I forgot where, that manufactured some T-shirts and stuff, but the pricing was just almost 2.5 times what it would have cost me in China.
Right.
But there definitely is a need for textiles here in Israel.
So from what I understand, the textile industry in Israel doesn't exist because there's high laboring required, and also relatively low margins.
Right.
But there's something different in my business that can be.
The margins are wide enough that you could create beautiful products, custom products, because people are paying for the custom, the knowledge, the know-how, the sizing, the beauty.
Exactly.
So
and also we plan to sell. We sell to the customer directly from factory. You get your suit with minimum in between expenses. So you basically get your suit directly from factory.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why I would like to go towards that.
Right.
Yeah, that's it.
And where do you work from now? You live in Yerushalayim?
I live in Yerushalayim, yes.
Oh, right. You said next to Netanyahu.
Yes, the neighborhood of Rehavia.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
So why don't you share with us maybe some of any challenges that you had and how you overcame them, I guess, in starting and growing this, this business?
Yeah. Challenges. I think the main challenge in creating such a business was to create the market and to be patient enough for the sales to reach, an even point.
Right.
And especially in such a business that is a bit complicated, the operation. So I think that, the main challenge was
to create an industry, to create a market for it, I guess. I mean,
yes. Yeah.
So how did you do that? Because how did you get started? Right, you're right. No, people weren't looking around and searching. Hey, I want a custom suit in Israel. I want custom shirts. So, but there are definitely people out there that would want it if they knew it existed. Mm-hmm. So how did you overcome that in the beginning?
I think a lot of persistence, a lot of believing in the products that I'm selling. I really have zero pshara, zero compromises with the quality of the products, the quality of the fit, the quality of the materials. And I went to my customers one after the other, presented the service. And today I can say that more than 60-70% of our sales come from existing customers. In other words, once people experience our service,
They buy for life.
They buy. They like the service. Many customers tell me that once they buy our products, it's very hard for them to buy anything else in the store.
Right.
Yeah.
That's great. So I guess you have a lot of word of mouth marketing as well.
95%. I don't have advertising budget. Hardly.
So it's just really weird. So I mean, I guess your advertisement is your quality products. People see it, people appreciate it, and then they'll just naturally tell their friends that, hey,
exactly.
If you want a great quality suit, a great quality shirt or pants or whatever it is, then Yossi's the guy to contact.
Exactly, because our products carry a lot of value, and I prefer to put the most of the resources in the quality of the products, other than invest in advertisement and stuff like that. Yeah.
Right. Okay. So one last question, and then we'll call it a show. But and it's really, I want to thank you for coming on the show and for taking busy time from your busy season to share your story with us. Mm-hmm. It's really, really great. But what would you say? What would your advice be to other entrepreneurs out there, or people that have an idea, they have a dream, and they want to do so? What advice would you have to give them?
I can obviously tell only from my own experience. I would say first thing is to be sure that about the quality and about the nature of your product, and then requires a lot of persistence. I think this is the most important thing. Persistence,
not giving up, and quality.
Exactly. Yeah.
Awesome. All right. Well, you know what? I thank you so much for your time. This has really been great. I love your story. I love the product. I'm definitely going to be a customer of yours soon. I'd love to meet you in person. I guess the best way to do that is to buy a suit. But I'm excited. I'm excited about what you're doing. And, B'ezrat Hashem, you should have continued Hatzlacha Mazel in your business and, continued success.
Thank you very much. Nahum. I really want to thank you for contacting me and for doing this. It's a pleasure. Thank you very much.
It's my honor, Yossi. Take care. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye. Thank you for listening to the Frum Entrepreneur Podcast with Menachem Toker. We hope you learned something valuable and will share this with your friends. For show notes, archives of previous episodes, and more information to help you start and grow your business, please visit our website, www